that was when the ghost appeared.
Welcome back, Midnight Society. The summer of slime is marching on, and it's time to dim the lights, throw some dust in the fire, and head back to the woods for another Midnight Monday. Today we're opening the vault of Season 1, Episode 9 of Are You Afraid of the Dark? The Tale of the Sorcerer's Apprentice. If you love your villains incredibly hyped up, only to get completely destroyed by the most basic household chemicals, you're in for a treat. Today we're roasting a high school cult, a Babylonian deity who looks like a knockoff Oscar statue.
Dude, you're gay.
An absolute zero of a main character. We're breaking down 100% accurate detail, dropping some serious trivia, and calling out the absolute epic fail of a climax. Let's get into it. The episode kicks off at the campfire, and right away, Frank and Kiki are pulling a massive prank. Frank leads the Midnight Society into the bushes to show them a fresh, dirt-covered grave. They start digging, and suddenly a skeleton bursts out of the ground. Eric screams like an absolute coward is ready to run, but it turns out Kiki and Frank just rigged a fake skeleton on a rope to mess with everybody. Gary's incredibly annoyed, but Betty Ann steps up to the storyteller's chair. She throws the dust in the fire and tells a story about an ancient wizard's good luck charm. The story actually starts with a flashback to 1966. A crazy teenage girl with a red cobra tattoo sneaks into the basement of Linden High School and hides some artifacts inside an abandoned swimming pool. And right there, the school in this episode, Linden High, is the exact same school they used in Season 2 for the Tale of Locker 22. The Are You Afraid of the Dark cinematic universe is already building its lore. We cut to 1992, and we meet our main character, Dean Burkham. Dean's a total loser. He isn't bullied. He isn't popular. He's just completely invisible. He fails at sports, his grades are garbage, and he just walks around feeling sorry for himself.
I don't eat meat or fish.
He's a homo.
He's the ultimate tool. His only friend is a girl named Alex, who is incredibly supportive and constantly trying to hype him up. But Dean just pushes her away because he wants to wallow in his own misery. Everything changes in World Cultures class. A visiting archaeologist named Dr. Oliver comes in to show off some ancient artifacts. The main attraction is a solid gold-shaped staff like a cobra, clutching a massive ruby orb. Dr. Oliver explains that this staff belonged to Goth, an ancient Babylonian sorcerer who enslaved massive amounts of people. He's incredibly powerful, and whoever holds his staff supposedly gets infinite good fortune. Dean's completely mesmerized. He sneaks back into the classroom later and gets his hands on the staff. Instantly, Dean gets possessed by the spirit of Goth, of course. And suddenly, Dean becomes the coolest guy in school. He starts acing his chemistry test, an edgy leather jacket. He gains a massive squad of followers who shadow him like mindless zombies. He completely ditches Alex and turns into an arrogant jerk. But his new friends aren't actually friends. They're just brainwashed acolytes. Dean is literally running a Babylonian dark magic cult out of Linden High School. Alex knows something is seriously wrong. She sneaks around and discovers Dean's master plan.
Mercuric acid? What does he want with that?
He has gathered his zombie followers into the abandoned swimming pool in the school's basement. Dean is turning the deep end of the pool into a massive cauldron. He has his followers pouring barrels of mercuric acid, belladonna, and nightshade leaves into the water to create mystic vapors.
Welcome, Goth, ruler of the Netherrealm.
I have waited.
Once the vapors rise, Goth the sorcerer will be able to cross over from the Netherrealm, return to the world of the living, and rule the universe.
What is it? Whatchamacallit acid?
Mercuric acid.
Think about this for a second. An ancient, all-powerful Babylonian deity is planning to conquer the entire universe, and his grand return is going to take place in a grungy, abandoned high school swimming pool in the suburbs. Pathetic. The spell is working. The pool is smoking. Goth starts to physically materialize in the vapors. And guys, Goth is literally just a bald man painted completely gold.
That sounds kind of gay.
Alex realizes she has to stop this. He jumps out of hiding, runs up to the mantle, and physically rips out the ruby orb right out of the cobra staff. The second the ruby is removed, the trance is broken. The cult members snap out of it and run away. Dean completely wakes up, but the mystic vapors are still brewing, and Goth is still crossing over. Goth points at Dean and declares he is going to destroy him. This is it, the ultimate boss fight. An ancient sorcerer versus two high schoolers. How do they defeat him? Magical counterspell, magical weapon? No. Dean remembers his chemistry class. He yells to Alex to grab a bucket of standard, everyday pool chlorine and dumps it into the water.
Your human science has no hope of... What is happening?
She dumps the chlorine into the pool. The chlorine causes a chemical reaction that completely dissolves the nightshade. The magic vapors vanish. And Goth, this all-powerful, universe-conquering sorcerer, screams in agony and completely melts away into nothing.
Died crying like a bitch.
He got wrecked by basic pool maintenance. He was defeated by the exact same chemical that keeps algae out of the YMCA. What an absolute failure of a villain. If a bucket of chlorine is your kryptonite, you do not deserve to rule the universe. You're an absolute joke. Dr. Oliver is later revealed to be the crazy girl from the Cobra tattoo from 1966. And she just puts a new ruby in her staff to try again later. But honestly, who cares? Goth is a complete embarrassment. For the hilarious fake skeleton prank, Dean's edgy leather jacket phase, and the most pathetic villain defeat in television history, I'm giving Season 1, Episode 9 a very solid 7 buckets of chlorine out of 10. If you like this episode, hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, and let me know in the comments. If you were an ancient sorcerer, what household cleaning product would be your ultimate weakness? Put out the fire, guys, because tomorrow we're leaving the woods and heading straight back to Wellsville for another Tattoo Tuesday. I'll see you in the next one.